Hi everybody, welcome to a Gab Sesh. My goodness, every time I come on here, it's like it's been so long. I really apologize for the lack of content that I've been not putting up on my channel. As you may or may not know, we moved in August, the middle of August. We moved and we have also had a wedding. My oldest daughter got married just on August 12th. So things kind of leading up to that, and then just trying to get settled in our new house. I also have to apologize. I'm not sure how the sound is going to come off in here. I'm actually in a little breakfast nook off the kitchen. It's very kind of hollow sounding. I hope it is okay to record here for now. This will probably be my little recording area until I get my actual recording room set up. I'm back to square one again. Again, as you may or may not know, I fairly recently got my old house in my old recording room painted and really nice. And then, so now this one is just back at square one again. I can't record in it actually because I don't even have it set up. I have boxes in there, and I ripped off a child fire truck blue border around the perimeter of the room, and it's this really deep blue color in there. I have a ways to go to get that room where I want it, but once I do, I think it'll be really pretty. That's why I'm here right now. It's not the best. I thought about digging out my background, the black and white thing, but I'm like, no. So yeah, this is a chair rail. It looks kind of weird, you know, recording right in front of it, but we can deal with it, right? I mean, we can get past that, I think. Anyway, you guys, I had a heck of a time getting my camera situated. I couldn't remember the settings. I couldn't remember immediately how to load the battery. It's been a couple months, and it doesn't take long for my brain to just kind of put things in the trash can that I don't use, and then I have to dig through and recall things. It's a little bit slower process than it used to be. I'm sure there are a few of you that can relate to that. Speaking of the age thing, my birthday is next month, October 10th actually is my birthday. And I was in my car thinking, oh, my birthday's coming up. How old am I gonna be? I seriously can't remember now. if I'm gonna be 52 or 53, I really can't remember. So I'm just gonna do some quick math and get back to you on that. I don't do quick math in my head at all. Anyways, I forgot. Okay, so hello guys. First of all, thank you so much for sticking there with me, waiting for new videos, reaching out to me saying, Jill, did you move in yet? Where are you? And other people that may not have caught that, I was moving, checking in to make sure I was okay, to make sure my family's okay. That's very much appreciated. So thank you so much for your concern, and or just reaching out and saying, Jill, when are you gonna get back to us? Most of you, if not actually all of you that reached out or put little comments down below videos or even on my Facebook page, very kind, just very patient, and say we can't wait till you get back. And that means so much to me. It really does. It makes me feel good that you guys are waiting for my content. So thank you. Okay, I debated on what video I wanted to do first, what kind of video I wanted to do first. I actually thought about recording my makeup today, being how also I wanted to touch bases with you with a couple drugstore products that I picked up at Rite Aid. And so I was gonna do that, but my battery, I forgot to charge it for my camera. So I didn't have a good battery that I could record at that moment. So I just had to go ahead and charge my battery. And I thought, you know, I'm just gonna have to do a Gab Sesh to start this off, because I am going to be doing content now on a regular basis in this area until, again, I get my room set up specifically for this. So for my own mind and making sure I talk about things I wanted to, I'm also gonna let you know what happened on my daughter's wedding day regarding hair and all of that with me. Have a little story there to share with you. Anyway, let's get started. So, hi guys. First of all, yeah, if you follow me on Facebook, then you most likely will get most posts that I post on my Instagram account. And I haven't been doing much of either, but if I do have an update, I usually do those. And when I post to Instagram, I want to say it automatically posts on my Facebook page. Both of those, by the way, if you want to follow those, are still Jillin Beauty Therapy. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook on both of those things. I also have a brand new Instagram that I just started. It's not anything that I'm, like striving for at the moment, because I really want to use my really nice camera that I'm recording on right now and take some pretty vignettes and things of our new house. And so I have been posting a few pictures on there, just nothing artsy, nothing beautiful, like content wise, but I do post pictures on there right now in little parts of my house that I really am liking of my new house. So if you want to follow me, it's called The Brick Tutor, or wait, is it My Brick Tutor? You know what? I'm going to look it up. It's called The Brick Tutor, and you can find me on Instagram there. And I just have, a couple little pictures just on there. So yeah, I know I love following those sorts of pages on Instagram accounts because I love decorating. I love looking at others and getting inspiration from them, and so I follow a lot of cottagey accounts on Instagram, or just older homes, Romantic Homes magazine, I think I follow them, but a lot of just regular people that have gorgeous homes, much more than mine. But that's how you get inspiration, is you see how the people that are fabulous and have, just gorgeous. And I also follow homes that are small little cottages. Anyway, I'm getting off track here. Anyway, okay. So what I was getting at is I went ahead and did a little blurb on the couple products that I got at Rite Aid. So I decided to get a new foundation, and I was in Rite Aid, and I have been wanting to try another drugstore foundation. Many of you know that I actually really love the Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. I wore this, it's the one I dug out. I have not unpacked all of my stuff yet. And I dug this out. I wore this. I've been wearing this. This is when I put my makeup on, because I don't do my makeup every day. But when I do, I've been using this. I really like it. I used it and wore it for the wedding, my daughter's wedding. I genuinely love this product. If I want kind of a lighter feel and look, I will dampen a makeup sponge, really wring it out, put it in a towel, push it out even more, and then put it on my face. And then I'll use the damp sponge. And that's what I did today. I love. Now you're wondering probably at this point, okay, what is the other one you got? Well, I couldn't use it. I've only used it twice, and then the dang pump broke. The top is one that you can't unscrew. I cannot get to the product. It was brand new. It's a little irritating. Anyway, here is the one that I recently got. This is the L'Oreal Visible Lift one. I'm gonna read a little bit on this. So this is Serum Absolute. Now I'm not one to do skincare and makeup. Honestly, I can care less about what kind of, I don't know, skincare element is in a makeup, because I use nice skincare first, and I do that. So I don't care if there is, that's not what drew me to this, is what I'm saying. But it's called Visible Lift. It's Pro Retinol A Vitamin C. There is a sunscreen SPF 17 in here, which I'm totally fine with that amount on the skin. Anyway, I don't know. I was looking around I was actually thinking about getting the Lumi foundation, because I've used that before. and they didn't have the color that I normally use. And so my eye just kind of went around the same area and decided to try this, the Visible Lift. So my thoughts on the couple times that I have used it is, first of all, I couldn't find a shade that I really liked. This one, and I would love to give a little sample and just pump it out here. Maybe it'll work now. No, it won't. And I can't unscrew it. I mean, I could break it, maybe. I don't know. I can't get it off. I cannot get to all this product in here, and I don't have the receipt to take it back to Rite Aid. It is very frustrating when that happens. So, and it happens to all products. From time to time, this happens. So I'm not gonna really hold that against them. But I couldn't find a color that I really like. With the exception of Flower Beauty, I find my frustration with drugstore foundations is that the range of colors it's hard for my fair skin to find one. They tend to be a little on the orangey side, or the pink side, or this really bizarre combination of a pinky orange undertone. I always try to get a neutral. If not neutral, I try to do warm, because even though I'm very fair, I do have a little bit of yellow undertone to my skin, or I also get a little ruddiness on my skin. I've got my broken capillaries and such that give me that little bit of ruddiness here and there. So I do like to go to more of like a yellow undertone, because that helps to calm that. Well, it doesn't calm it, but it helps to kind of mute that out by, you know, that color wheel and what that does. But so this was the best color I think that I could find, but it's still a little orangey on me, but it was working. It's quite watery, but I would say a lighter to medium coverage. Again, I only wore it twice. It seemed to wear pretty nicely for the most part. The coverage is nothing like the Flower Beauty, but if you know me, I'm not a huge full coverage foundation gal. I rather take good care with my skin and use something that is not real heavy feeling or heavy looking. That's why I maybe will use a damp sponge if it tends to do that. And I just like a more of a natural look when I'm finished. I use products like the BareMinerals Flawless Radiance over the top of my foundations to give my skin kind of this natural underglow. I like using products like that more than a heavy foundation on my skin. And believe me, I do have lots of imperfections. I have pigmentation. I'm getting more and more just little aging spots, if you will. Not necessarily pigmentation, but it's all sun damage. When I was young, that's starting to come through. So, and if I don't stay on top of like in treatment room treatments and facials that I need to continue to do on myself, I've been terrible at that, then all of those little bumpy things or whatnots kind of get more pronounced. So my skin is not perfect, you guys. But I still don't like using a really heavy foundation. So actually, I didn't mind that lighter kind of watery texture to this. It still really kind of muted things out. It was kind of pretty. I didn't use it enough to really form a super good opinion for you guys yet. And I don't think I'm going to buy another one, you know, so I want to say this was probably $11 or $12. I could be off on that. So it wasn't real cheap, you know, and it is irritating that I can't continue to use it just to get a good feel. If I were to compare just a couple times, the 2 times that I wore this over this, I still prefer the Flower Beauty. I love the feel of this. I love the all over kind of finish that this one gives me. And I like the idea that I can control this one with the amount of heaviness that I'm in the mood for. This one, I tried to build it. I don't want to say it was super buildable, even if I just used my fingers. If I used a sponge, I tried it both ways. Again, only a couple times. So I don't know. I can't give this a thumbs up yet or a thumbs down. Honestly, I didn't hate it out of the gate. I was a little concerned about the color, but it worked okay. So that's that one. So I also need to get some more of the BareMinerals Serum Concealer. You know how much I love that concealer. But I haven't been able to get to Ulta or anything to get one. And I happened to be in Rite Aid. I wasn't going to get concealer, but I decided to try the L'Oreal Infallible Full Coverage Concealer. And they say this is even more than a concealer. You can use it to cover any little areas on your skin that you might want to. I have to say they are right. This is, as you can tell even by the size of this dough applicator, you can use it you know, in different areas. I hit on a color I think that works for me. I don't think this was the lightest color because I usually do go for the lightest color in a concealer, but their lightest color would have been even too light for me. So I believe this is 1 Up. And yeah, so what I do is, and it is quite heavy, but it feels pretty good. It doesn't feel too heavy because boy, on that tissue that is so thin and delicate, it's not good really to put real heavy stuff there. And if it feels heavy, then that's not good. But it doesn't feel heavy. It really does cover nicely. However, if you have young eye tissue and you want more of a full coverage concealer, like my daughter, she does have the dark circles. That's hereditary, and I also think there's other reasons why she has dark circles, but this is great because you can, you know, use a little sponge, you can use your finger and just pounce it in, and it's good. However, when your tissue is in your, you know, 45 up, it depends, we all age differently, but 50s and up and so forth, and you get much thinner and crepier, and that tissue just sort of moves everywhere. A heavy concealer like this can be challenging because you might be stippling it in with your finger, but the tissue kind of moves around with it. So it has to be a really great formula where it won't settle into those creases and you can blend it out nicely even with that kind of eye tissue. This one is doing really well. I find that as I'm putting it on and as I'm putting my makeup on, I have to look and it'll kind of settle in some of that crepiness. So I'll take my finger, you know, and do that. And throughout, I'll just kind of keep doing that. And I think it's doing really pretty great, actually. However, I did find, because usually what I like to do, if I want my makeup to last a good amount of time, I have to set my concealer under my eyes. If I don't, then my mascara kind of starts going down there. Everything just sort of starts disappearing and moving, and it's just not good. So I take and I should have brought it. I'll do a makeup. I'm dying actually to do a makeup tutorial. I love doing them, and I'll show you, but I've been using a fluffy kind of a brush, eye brush, kind of a dome, but it's kind of fluffy. And I just dab it in to the setting powder, and I have still been using the Becca, is that the one? The Hydrate and Mist? I'll put that there, I don't remember if that's the name of it. And I just kind of bounce it on that little bouncy applicator thing, knock it off, and I will really try to only set just right in that area that I have problems if I don't set, because if I start bringing it down in here these days, even the last year I've had changes, you know, and I can't do certain things. Always tweaking as we age with our makeup and all of that. So I try to really get it as close in here as I can. I'll even kind of shut my eyes so I can just kind of get it really close in there, and that's all I'll set. Well, it works great with my BareMinerals one. that setting is fine. You know, it's still not going to be as nice as it is when it's first put on. You know, if we could go through the day and not have to set our concealer, it would be perfect. But unfortunately, it just isn't going to work. So what I have found is it works fine with my old BareMinerals Serum Concealer. It's fine, it's all right. But with this one, it doesn't play well. Setting powders, because I also still have my Kat Von D locket, and you know, using the Becca one, it just did not play well. It really pronounced crepiness, and it just kind of grabbed a hold of the product. So this one did not do well when I tried to set it, and I don't even use that much setting powder at all. So I haven't set it. It does stay put nicely. I've checked, it actually wears nicely. So other than that, I've been pretty happy with this. The coverage is great. I'm not, if I were to say, you know, this is a drugstore concealer, and then we have the BareMinerals one, okay? Do I like the finish in that one better? Yes. But this one is more affordable, and I wanted to give you guys options. Always looking for nice concealer for older eye tissue. And if you're wanting or needing something a little with coverage, okay, because there's a trade-off, isn't there? When we get older, we want the coverage, we don't want creasing, and we don't want to pronounce our lines and crepiness. That's a combination of wants that is never, it's just not gonna happen. At least in my expectations, if I were to really legitimately say, this one isn't creasing, this one is, you know, giving me coverage, and I love the finish, and it doesn't pronounce my crepiness, and I don't see the fine lines, and I love the, no, for me, I have not been able to check off all those boxes, and I really honestly think it's unfair to ask the people that make these to do that, because it's really, it's just not going to happen. Our eyes are getting older, the tissue is getting crepey, it's breaking down, and you know, we're doing our best to look fresh and pretty as we age, right? But let's have reasonable expectations. So with that in mind, I think this is pretty good. I really do. My daughter, are you guys familiar with Jeffree Star? He is a makeup artist. He's quite a personality. I actually, I have watched many of his videos. Anyway, he has a makeup line, and he recently, not too long ago, released the very awaited concealer in his line. First of all, the packaging, oh, I love. It's beautiful, gorgeous. You know how I love packaging. And he does too, and it's something. You just want it for that alone. Anyway, I used some when my daughter had it. We're gonna hear a siren here. Oh, it stopped. Anyway, I wanted to try it when my daughter had it, and I did. Hold on, the siren started up again. It is a really good coverage. I find it a little, it makes my tissue look a little dry, but it is, it's kind of a more, even though I think he doesn't claim that it's a matte finish, I want to say it is, whereas this is as well. So this actually, the texture and all of that reminds me a little bit, if not a lot bit, sorry, I got distracted. I was looking at the little archway here. That is so pretty. I'm gonna have to show you it. After, actually, well, I can. I'm just looking. I need to do dishes. But, and they kind of didn't do the best job with the paint job right there. Anyway, yeah, it does, it reminds me of that. This one is, again, more of a matte. It doesn't have that really pretty finish that the BareMinerals one does, but anyway, the texture, the coverage, all of that, it reminds me a lot of the Jeffree Star one. The Jeffree Star one, though, I could set that one, and it still looks nice. This one just doesn't. Maybe it's just a little too sticky oh my God, there was a huge spider right on the outside of the window. That's a whole nother conversation with the fall and the spiders here. But anyway, I'm getting very distracted. So that's that. So take all of this with a grain of salt. I haven't been using this that long yet. Again, I got them both the same day. I have used this probably 3 or 4 times because it wasn't that long ago when I got it. But I've been using it. I have nothing else at the moment to use, so it is my go-to for that reason. And I think it's doing pretty well. So that's that. I think I've been talking forever. This will probably be a very long chat. So I did want to tell you what happened at the wedding very quickly, and then I'm going to probably have to let you go. So I brought this wig, and if you follow me on Instagram, I think even Facebook, I posted the both on there. I mean, the one post on both of those things. And we had checked in. It was the day before. We stayed the night before on the venue premises. It's kind of a bed and breakfast, really beautiful, on a tree farm. It's over in Oregon. Beautiful. We spent the night before there and the night of the wedding. We went home the day after. So I took a picture. I wore this there, and this was the one that I'm wearing for the wedding. And so I let you guys know that. It's like, this is what I chose, and so forth. So, okay, it's the day of the wedding, and we are doing our makeup. I'm putting eye makeup on my daughter who is getting married, and doing her hair. Myself and my daughter Hannah did her hair. Hannah really kind of did her hair. We got a topper for Jasan, and I put the topper on, and Hannah did it. Anyway, so we were doing her hair and everything. So then, and I'm not worried about my hair, right? I'm gonna wear a wig. It's the beauty of wigs. You know, you get your makeup on, you take your time with your makeup, and at the last minute, bada boom, bada bing, you got gorgeous hair. I love that. And so for months, I have been wondering, what wig am I going to wear for this wedding? It's fun, but on the same thing, it's like, I just really hope I choose a good one. But I've been for months wondering. I was thinking about maybe doing something really short because it's summer and it's an outdoor wedding. I was thinking Ignite. That's a wonderful go-to wig. I love Ignite. But I decided to go for something a little more fancier, and I went with Simmer. So we're getting things ready. The really awesome photographer is in our getting ready area, and he wants to take pictures and so on forth and all of that. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go get on my hair now. We got to get going. So I go and get my wig, and because I didn't put it back in the box, but I put it nicely, in this armoire thing. And so I take it out, and I'm like, okay, and I had my hair back in a low pony. That's what I do. And then it stays all along the front, and that's how I wear my wigs if they're not real short. So I had my hair in the pony and all of that, get my wig. I'm like, where's it stays? Because, I put my wig on the day before we left the house, and I did all of that. So I never forget things. Okay, I always pack for myself. I never forget stuff. I was so like, I got to remember to bring makeup and stuff if the girls forget other things. I grabbed all of my makeup brushes. I remembered hairspray. I remembered hairspray for my wig and hairspray for my daughter and bobby pins and all of this stuff, pretty stuff to put in her hair. I forgot the It Stays. I did not have a wig grip. I will not wear a wig unless I have one of those things. I could not believe it. I'm like, I don't have an option here. I cannot wear this wig. I will not wear this wig without those things, because I would rather not wear anything than have a horrible, really terrible, embarrassing moment with a wig. So I just, you know what? I'm not wearing anything. I don't have a topper with me. I don't have a wig. It's just the way it is. I'm just gonna have to just put some fill-in powder and try to make my hairline look okay, and yeah, that's what I did. So I came out, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get upset over this. This is my daughter's day. It's no big deal. This is where I really feel like self-confidence is gonna get you through. If I were any other type of personality, probably, I think I would have had a meltdown. I think I would have been mortified. But honestly, it is what it is. I know I'm not gonna like the pictures that were taken of me, but it's not about me. It's not. It's about this beautiful day. My daughter's getting married. I'm gonna cherish the pictures of us for other reasons, not because of how I looked, right? So anyway, so I think the most embarrassing part of the whole thing was that I was back there and I told Jessanne, I think it was Jessanne. Yeah, it was Jessanne. And I said, yeah, I can't wear my wig. She goes, what? Why not? And I said, well, I don't have anything to secure it. I forgot my wig glue stuff, the It Stays, and I can't wear it. And she's like, oh my God, like, can you secure it in a different way? And the photographer was kind of overhearing this, and I was trying to be discreet. I don't know why that would be a big deal. Anyway, and so then Hannah comes in. I want to say that it was Hannah that came in, and she's like, well, can you put, well, not Hannah, but Jessanne. She's like, can you use like bobby pins? And I'm like, no. I mean, some people can do that, but lace fronts, nope, I want it to look good, can't do it. And then Hannah overheard, she's like, you don't have your wig? In front of Jerome, the photographer, and he's just like, pretending he didn't hear any of this in case, I mean, I worry more about how other people are, like, if it makes them feel awkward. That's what I'm worried about. And I'm like, no. She goes, oh my, well, can you use something else to secure it? And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's fine, but I didn't have time to re-wet my hair. I didn't have time to blow dry it or anything. To be honest, my hair doesn't do much at all. It's so fine and just cotton candy like that. I do blow dry, but then if I had like I do something with my hair that it tends to be okay, but nothing like I get it prepped for my topper doing like kind of a curling wand, and I prep it for my topper. So if I had that, I could have smoothed kind of the fuzziness out, but I didn't have that either, and I didn't have time. It was time to get these pictures rolling, so I did have Hannah kind of curl my hair, but it didn't stay at all by the time she was done and I combed it through. So I just sort of put hairspray in it, did a little fill-in powder, and that was it. So after all the months of pondering, I ended up not wearing any wigs or any toppers at all for my daughter's wedding. So, oh well. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. And on top of that, the dress that I actually purchased a long while back, I don't have a full-length mirror, and if I would have had a full-length mirror to see, I would have had it hemmed shorter. It was just, it was a little frumpy looking, and I think it's because it was a little too long. I would have shortened it, I think, if I had paid more attention, but that's okay. Those are just my little, I'm venting now. But again, it was my daughter's day. It was fabulous. I just didn't worry about it. I just let it go. I just enjoyed it, enjoyed the moments, and that's what you do, because these are, moments in your life that mean so much more than how you look, and that's just it. So I just wanted to share that with you. Oh my goodness. I did see a couple pictures of me because a friend of ours wanted to take some pictures with us, all of us together. So he was showing me and it's like, okay, oh Lord, but it's okay. It was great connecting with people again. And it was a very small wedding. I want to say there was probably 20 people there, 20, 25, very small venue, but it was so fun. Really super neat. It was wonderful. It was lovely. Anyway, so I have a son-in-law. I have two son-in-laws now. So yeah. Anyway, that's that. Okay, guys. Next little video I'm going to do is probably going to be a makeup tutorial. And then I do want to, at some point, I'll release this, what is today? Today's Wednesday is when I'm recording this. You guys will probably see this tomorrow, which is going to be Thursday. So at some point, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of my house. It's not unpacked all the way. I have not done any unpacking upstairs. I probably won't even take you guys up there right now. But I've mostly concentrated on the living space. So I still have a painting to do. I'm excited to wallpaper. I can't even let my husband hear that word because he hates wallpaper, and he will say no. He wouldn't say that. What am I thinking? He's not going to say that. But I know in his head he's saying that. He hates it. However, it's an older home. I just picture in some bedrooms some beautiful wallpaper. Oh, I do love wallpaper, you guys. So I was even thinking about doing either the above the chair rail wallpaper, or below the chair rail wallpaper. Cute little archway that goes into this breakfast nook, and there is a little built in here. I love that. And there's my ring light, sorry. But we have a bank of windows here and a bank of windows. Why am I? Okay. And a bank of windows behind, which is kind of why I'm sitting here, because we get really good light in here. But this is the breakfast nook. And this is kind of I don't know if I would classify this as a galley kitchen, but I love it. I mean, yes, I need new countertops eventually, and I need to paint my cupboards, but I cannot tell you guys how much I love this house. It's a dream. It's not perfect, and it's got lots of room for my personal touch, and that's one of the things that I am loving about it. I'm just going to hold this here for now. Okay, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for hanging in there to the very end, for those of you that did and didn't skip through things. And I picture all of you out there. I feel like Miss Marianne from Romper Room. We've talked about that before back in the day, haven't we? I've been wanting to do a mirror, this thing, yeah, where the mirror and look through the, okay. Anyway, I miss doing this. It's going to be great to be back, and I'll take you on this journey with me in getting my new recording room ready eventually. And I got to wait for winter. It's quite warm up there, even though we have air conditioning. We have central air throughout the house, but that's the third floor older home. It doesn't make it up there very well. So very good. So I'm waiting because, man, I still get very hot, you guys. Okay, until next time, you guys, stay young at heart and have a wonderful rest of your week and into the weekend too. Bye-bye.